Hey everyone. I wanted to flip on Facebook Live really quick to talk a little bit about the new program, Enneagram Roadmap, that Beatrice Chestnut, we published her here, right here, actually, in our, this is not exactly what the studio looks like when we're publishing, but you can kind of see a little bit about where we publish things. And
it's actually behind you.
It's actually behind me. I'm going to go around this way.
This isn't even what it is. It's all set up.
Yeah, it's all set up back there.
Backdrop and lights and stuff.
Anyway, the point of all
this
this...
is the space.
Yeah, this is the space. Anyway, the point of all this is that Charis, Joel, and I'm going to go right back here. My Facebook Lives always look like found footage videos of, like, massacres.
They might be someday.
Because they're all, like, shaky. Anyway, we were talking about... I'm going to go out a little bit right here. We were talking about Enneagram Roadmap. Would you... And
none of this is planned.
None of this is planned. I always just put on Facebook Live and just like go with it. Anyway, we're talking about Enneagram Roadmap and its power, in particular in session number 12, because Charis has been doing transcripts for them and making all the notes. And she mentioned that session 12 had sort of particular significance in her mind. And I wanted to talk a little bit about the personal development aspect that's in Enneagram Roadmap, because it's not just about the Enneagram system, it's also about using the Enneagram system to become the better, best version of yourself. And really, ultimately, Enneagram does ego work, some of the best of all the systems. So
I think the anchor point here, so this is beyond just the 9 types. In this session, Beatrice really talks about the Enneagram symbol as a marker of like stages on the personal development journey. Almost like if you've ever read like Joseph Campbell's The Hero's Journey, there's this like, there are different stages on the hero's journey, for example, and you go kind of through a dark period and you kind of come up to the top again. It's like a circular model. I think she basically goes into that using the Enneagram, not just for the types, but also for a personal growth chart. And I think this is what you're referring to in session 12, right?
Yeah.
We shot a lot of footage with Beatrice, so I'm forgetting which session is which thing and what content's which thing, but
yeah, honestly, I didn't know a lot about the Enneagram. I had a little bit of exposure. I knew what my type was, but I've been doing the show notes, like she mentioned, the timestamps for each one of the episodes, and I did session 12 last night, and my mind just exploded. I mean, she talks about ego, transcendence. She talks about levels of awareness, which is completely new concept for me. That was fascinating. But also the path of evolution and revolution. You know, you've seen the Enneagram and you got all the different lines, and some are pointing this way and some are pointing this way, and then you got the triangle, and she talks about what all those lines mean. And the path of evolution is basically like what you were supposed to be when you were a child, the way you used to be, and you can be that way again. And that's how you grow, as you figure out what you actually were and because we've all learned certain things to cope with pain and stress and trauma. And so the person we are today is the person that mirrors the tools that we learned to cope with whatever was bothering us in the past. But before those coping mechanisms became a part of us, we were something else entirely, and we need to reclaim that. And to me, that was just crazy. I thought that was so amazing, because I'm Enneagram 1, and when I was young, I would have been an Enneagram 7, much more optimistic and open and enthused, and to me that kind of broke my heart a little bit. And I thought, wow, that's what I want to be again. And you can just trace all those different lines and trace what you were, what you're supposed to be, and it really is a personal growth tool. It's not just, oh, this is how you cope. No, there's actually tools within that circle that will teach you what you can do to reclaim what you're supposed to be.
Yeah.
I really recommend it. It's been incredibly powerful.
you also mentioned she talks about the Acorn.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that wasn't in episode 12. That was in one of the earlier episodes where she talks about how she tells a story of these acorns all gathered around, and they were all baby boomers, and they were all into personal growth and everything. And this one acorn gets dropped, and he kind of looks a little battered and everything. And he tells them, well, actually, you guys are supposed to be this big oak tree here. And they're like, well, that's just crazy. And he says, yeah, you actually, to become this oak tree, you need to break, though. You need to basically destroy what you are to become this. And they're like, oh, that's insane, that's morbid. And obviously you probably get the point that we have to break down what we are, and it's going to be painful, but that's what we have to do to reach our full potential.
Yeah.
So that's a little bit of what's in Enneagram Roadmap. And we just can't even talk about this program highly enough, because it's been a big deal for all of us, having been, right there when it was published, and then Charis is going through the show notes, and you just can't help but get really good stuff from the program. So if you have any questions about it, please leave it under this Facebook Live. We highly recommend going and checking out the program. And anything else, guys, before I sign off? All right, Let us know if you have questions. Talk to you later. Peace out.
Bye.